please let Lando pass, then you're free to race.
I mean, we said that a slow pit stop was part of racing.
Monza 2025. McLaren had both cars on the podium until strategy turned into controversy. Oscar Piastri pitted first. Norris suffered a slow stop, and suddenly Oscar was ahead on track. But just a few laps later, McLaren called on team orders. Oscar give the position back. So, was Piastri screwed? Or was McLaren just playing fair? Let's break it down. Oscar Piastri was the first McLaren to pit. His stop was clean, quick, and perfectly timed. He came back out in clear air, setting himself up for a strong final stint. One lap later, Lando Norris dove into the pits, but disaster struck. A sticky left front tyre cost him nearly 4 seconds. By the time he rejoined, he wasn't second anymore. He was behind Piastri. No on-track battle. From McLaren's perspective, the call was about fairness. Lando Norris had been ahead for almost the entire race. He didn't lose that position because Oscar passed him on track. He lost it because of a wheel gun jam in the pits. That, the team argued, wasn't his fault. Team principal Andrea Stella explained it after the race. This is McLaren's code. If one of their drivers gains or loses a place due to a team error, they reset the order. Restore the balance, then let them race. Norris backed it up, saying he would have done the same if the roles were reversed. To him, Monza was simply McLaren applying the same policy that played out in Hungary 2024, when he gave back a spot to Oscar. On the surface, it sounds logical. Don't let a mechanic's slip decide who finishes ahead. But beneath that logic lies a dangerous precedent, one that might not sit well if the championship comes down to a handful of points. However, for many fans, Monza didn't feel like fairness. It felt like interference. In Formula One, pit stops are part of the game. Sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose. A slow tyre change is no different from a bad start, a safety car, or a missed apex. You don't reset those moments, you live with them. That's racing. By stepping in, McLaren crossed into dangerous territory. Instead of letting their drivers fight it out on track, they chose to rewrite the race order from the pit wall. Fans noticed. The podium boos weren't directed at Norris personally. They were a protest against a decision that robbed the moment of authenticity. And here's the key point. Piastri didn't steal the position. He stopped cleanly, stayed close, and gained naturally when Norris's pit crew faltered. On merit, Oscar earned that spot. If Norris wanted it back, many argue he should have done it where it matters, wheel to wheel on track. This is why Monza felt explosive. Not because McLaren lacked consistency, but because they interfered in an area most people agree should be left untouched. Pure racing luck. And this is where it gets messy. McLaren now sit on a knife's edge. By enforcing the restore order rule at Monza, they've set a precedent. If Oscar Piastri suffers a slow stop later in the season, he'll expect the same treatment. But where is the line drawn? At what point is McLaren trying to change fate? And what if McLaren doesn't apply it consistently? The garage explodes. Trust between driver and team cracks, and the entire title fight risks turning toxic. It's a grey line, and the stakes couldn't be higher. In a season this close, every point matters. Decisions like this don't just decide podiums, they could decide the World Championship. So what's worse for McLaren? Protecting harmony inside the garage today, or risking a title slipping away tomorrow? So what do you think? Did McLaren do the right thing, or was Oscar Piastri robbed of a fair fight at Monza? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Formula One's biggest controversies.